And he explained his tax plan to a plumber in Ohio after the man sounded a bit worried that he was going to be taxed more for, quote, fulfilling the American dream, in his words. Take a listen to part of this exchange.
Your new tax plan is going to tax me more, doesn't it?
It's not that I want to punish your success. I just want to make sure that everybody who is behind you, that they've got a chance at success too. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
All right, he said, I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody. So what would the implications be of this proposed plan? Here now is Brian Wesbury, Chief Economist for First Trust Advisors. Brian, welcome. Always good to see you.
Martha, good to be with you.
So, you know, I've heard a number of people, some small business owners out there saying that phrase, you know, to spread the wealth around, makes them a little bit nervous when it comes at higher taxes for them.
Yeah, well, one of the interesting things I think about that interchange is that this is a plumber. This isn't a Wall Street executive or some high-flying millionaire. This is a plumber, and Barack Obama kind of said to him, I want to spread your wealth around. You know, this redistributionist kind of policy is sort of the history of the world, if you will. We have on one side the wealth creation idea, on the other side the redistribution of that wealth, and we've always butted heads over the years, and sometimes one wins, sometimes the other wins, but when we redistribute, typically the economy grows more slowly, so there's a real cost to that kind of ideology.
All right, Brian, just moments ago, Neil Cavuto talked to Joe, his first name is, and I didn't catch his last name. I apologize for that, but he spoke with him just a few moments ago. Let's listen to what Joe had to say when he was asked, did he win you over? Did Barack Obama win you over when you met him?
No, not at all. His answer actually scared me even more. He said he wants to distribute wealth, and I mean, you know, I'm not trying to make statements here, but I mean, that's kind of a socialist viewpoint. I worked for that. You know, it's my discretion who I want to give my money to. It's not the government's to decide that I make a little too much, and so I need to share it with other people. That's not the American dream.
You know, that's not the American dream, he said. And, you know, this really gets to the heart of the debate that we're having right now in this country. You know, the economy is in a very tough shape, and some people believe, as Barack Obama does, that you know, sort of giving a little bit from the rich to the poor will help to even things out and will make everybody better off. But Joe disagrees with that. You know, what do you think people need to understand about that debate right now, given what we're facing, Brian?
Right. Well, this idea of redistribution, if you really look back, the last 2 times we have tried that in any significant way. One was in the 1970s, and the other was in the 1930s, the Great Depression and the stagflationary years of the 1970s. In between those 2 times was more when we were cutting tax rates and trying to build the wealth and the entrepreneurship of this country. And so I think we have great examples of what that does. Also, if you look around the world, you can just look at Europe. Right now, the unemployment rate in Europe on average is about 7.5%. Even in the bad times we're having in the United States, it's 6%. And I think one of the reasons that we have this disparity, why we've grown faster than Europe, is that they have higher taxes and they have more redistribution, and that just hurts economy.